Hello, my name is Jeff. This is Castle Tillage, your home defense network. There's been some talk about civil lawsuits during a use of force event. If you are going to defend your life with deadly force, civil lawsuits, can you be sued for doing that? Well, anybody can sue you for any reason. And there's a lot of sayings out there that dead men don't tell tales, or shoot to kill because he'll come after you and sue you anyway. Well, it's not just going to be him. It could be his estate or the family members coming after you and suing you. So that very narrow-minded and stupid thing to say on any social media, saying that I'd rather kill the person dead than to have a lawsuit or dead men tell no tales, actually gives a little bit of a glimpse into your mindset on how a use of force event will go in how you want it to happen. Now, there are in some states, and I'm not going to go through them all because I would have to look them up because I don't see a list somewhere of states that give you immunity for self-defense. So if you go through an event, and some of the states are kind of are kind of weak in telling exactly at what point are you going to be immune for being sued civilly for a use of force event. Is that if the prosecutor decides not to go after you and it is a good shoot, does that give you immunity, or do you have to go through a trial and be declaimed innocent or not guilty? Does that make you immune from from civil litigation? Well, it all depends on your court, on the court. There are a lot of cases out there of claiming self-defense and being sued by the family of the person that attacked you. And the sad thing about it is this: if a burglar broke into your home and you shot and killed them, and that was their breadwinner, and he had 4 children, a wife, and now the wife and the 4 children can, through their estate, sue you because they were the breadwinner. The burglar taking your money was the breadwinner of the family. It's just ridiculous. Right here, you see the Philando Castile family reaches a $3 million settlement. I want to be specific on why the attorney would have gone after the city. Is because the city has money. I mean, here is another wrongful death lawsuit, and it's of a businessman. And the reason why the victim of the self-defense is going after him, there's other flaws to this story, but in general, I want to get to this, is because Jason Corbett has money. So money is always going to be a consistent theme when you're going for a civil litigation. I'm not going to tell you why, but I'm kind of familiar on how lawyers fund each other for certain cases, and how they go and how they pick and choose which cases to go after because of the money at the end. Now, you see here, USCCA, it's a good company. I use CCW Safe. But when you have a membership like USCCA, like CCW Safe and the others, they will also have a civil litigation portion to your membership, where if you are sued civilly, they will give you a dollar amount of what they will defend you up to, and the lawyer fees. Now, let's just say, well, let's go down here a little bit. I think it shows $500,000 civil suit defense, civil lawsuit. Let's just go with the gold. Now, you are more apt to be sued civilly if you have one of these policies. I shouldn't say policies, these memberships. Because the lawyer, through discovery of the family that you defended your life with, is going to go ask you, hey, what are your assets? If you have an asset of $500,000, the lawyer is going to look at it and weigh, the probability of winning a civil law suit or settling out of court, and that's when they'll go after you. Now, a lot of people have this platinum. To me, in my understanding, $250,000 lawsuit, you'll probably have a lesser chance of being sued with $250,000. But right here at $1 million lawsuit, if the lawyer finds out that you have a $1 million membership civil defense fund, if you will, more than likely they're going to go after you, whether it is true or not. That's just the nature of the beast. If you have no money behind you, if you are just a normal Joe who is making a normal living, $40,000 to $80,000 a year, you more than likely are not going to get sued, unless if it's a very, very bad attorney who doesn't know how funding actually works in the legal industry on how to sue you. The court fees, the depositions, the discovery, expert witnesses, putting your case together, it takes a lot of money for it. And yes, lawyers, there's a hefty amount of them that do not pay their expert witnesses. They are more slimy and scummy than a lot of industries out there. It's just amazing how lawyers fund each other. Okay, so when you have these policies, this is something that let me put this video up here a little bit faster. Maybe, there you go. I don't know why I have, okay, the 10 richest lawyers in the world. These guys, the reason why that they are the richest lawyers in the world is because they sue insurance companies and large corporations that have, boatloads of money, okay? That is what funds a narcissistic personality like a lot of lawyers are, okay? So when you're really dealing with a civil lawsuit, you're going to have to really incorporate and encompass what your earning potential is throughout your life. Are you a rich person? Is your family rich? Are you a business person? Do you have a lot of insurances or memberships like USCCA or CCW Safe that they give you a policy? Those are the markers if you are going to be sued in civil court for a lot of money. This is going to take 3 to 7 years of your life, so you really understand that owning a gun, operating a gun, is more than just squeezing a trigger. If you do squeeze the trigger, be prepared, for that criminal liability. Be prepared mentally. I want to say be prepared mentally for the possibility of that civil lawsuit and it lasting anywhere between 3 and 7 years to come to its full conclusion. Okay? Lawyers, they are funded by monies from insurances, and they will not go against the normal Joe. They will not go against, they more than likely will not go against you if you're making $15 an hour or less and you have no big assets and things to that portion. So again, win the fight, win the physical fight, be prepared for the criminal aspects of the legal cog, and just be mentally prepared for the civil litigation if you fall into the area where you have money, you have businesses, or you have these membership policies of $250 up to $1 million worth of coverage for that. Okay, I'm not saying that USCCA or CCW Safe you shouldn't get it. I think a large majority of us non-rich people should get it because in the long run it is beneficial for you in the criminal aspect of it, but the civil litigation is something that you should just be aware in the back of your mind, like these guys right here. Joe Siegel, one of the richest lawyers in the world. John Branca, worth $50 million, and all he does is sue people. Lawyers don't create anything. They don't create wealth. They siphon wealth off of insurance companies. My name is Jeff. This is Castle Jewelry, your home defense network. I hope this helped.